Let's go!
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take
Jump, 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 jump. Little hops, little hops, little hops. Come on, everybody can do it. Little hops. Get that blood moving. There we go. And
like I don't care,
clap.
baby,
Let's
by
go.
the way.
Clap. Clap.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
Great. Now what you can do is put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Connect, 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 connect. One line. It's okay. Here you go. I got you. All right. Let's connect and let's do a wave. Let's do a wave. There you go. One unit. One team. One family. Inspire each other, people. Let's get that energy. You, gentlemen, come here. Come on, pump it up. I like that energy. Let's go. What's your name? Show it, Hassan. You're the boss. You lead. Come on, you lead. What do we do? What do we do? That? We follow you. Tell us what to do.
If you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness.
Who's next?
Is the truth.
Lady, come here. Faddali, yalla, you're the boss now. You lead us. Tell us what to do. Show us your dance. Come on, you gotta lead. Here. Yeah, tell us what to do. What do we do? Shake. Ooh.
Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down. Can't none.
Can you do that? Come on, you can do that. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, round. Yeah. One more. All right. Woo! Mark, are you ready? Yeah. Come on up, Mark. Thank you.
You feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Good afternoon and welcome back. It's great to have you here. And a lot of times we do this without microphones. So we get all excited and then by the end of the day, your voice sounds like this. I can't talk anymore. But it's worth it. And immersive training, so your lunch, who enjoyed their lunch? Yeah? Yeah, it's cool, right? We served 70 people in 3 minutes. That's fast food? Yeah. None of you can do that. Yeah. And guess what? That food is made here in the university. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Oh, look like it? Burn this guy. So this morning, we started off with loads of passion. And then we talked about systems. And that systems run restaurants, systems run hotels, and people run systems. And then we talked about the need for training, and I think we all know somewhere in our consciousness that we should do training, right? But do we do it? Nope. So what we proposed to you, and that was Suzanne, is the software we created is designed to catch what you have to say from you personally. You film yourself doing it one time, you upload it, and it's there for all your people. And you do it once, and then everyone gets it. And that's where you're going to solve this pain barrier that we talked about this morning. And it really works. It's really exciting. And you see employees going online, and they can see it on their mobile phone, they can see it on a computer, they can see it at home, wherever they are. And the system doesn't let you go forward till you've done the session before. So you can't have somebody just rush ahead and do it all in 5 minutes. It doesn't work like that. And if they fail, the system will lock them out for a day, so they have to go and review the material before they can take that exam a second time. So it's all about structure, it's all about supporting your team, but it's all about giving them quality information one step at a time. So we've done all that. Now we're going to talk about something totally different. And we brought for you today one of the foremost experts in customer research in restaurants in Lebanon. Because we have a man who's going to talk to you, Jean-Claude Abissad, JC, who has spent a huge amount of time understanding customer behavior. And he's a star in the field of customer behavior. And what he did was he set up an office where you had a two-way mirror, a one-way mirror. So a little bit like the CIA interrogation room in Alias, you know that movie? So what he did was he used to bring in the customers and then he had an earpiece. And you sit behind the glass and he's talking to customers and they don't know who is the client. And you get honest, heartfelt feedback from your true clients. And it's really awesome. And it's very rich material. And what it allows you to do is your client is talking about your product, but they don't know that you're listening. And they don't know who the client is. And so what happens is you get the naked truth. And JC's an expert in this, and he's an expert in marketing. So what he does is he takes that information and he shares it, and he's going to come and do that right now. So Jean-Claude, it's a great honor to have you here. Thank you for taking the time. Big hand for JC.
I hope you ate well and you're fully awake to listen to me. The presentation is available with Mark. You can have it anytime you want. I hate slides. I don't deal with slides. I wanted to focus on me. I'll be focusing on you. I have so much information to share with you because simply I love people. I love hospitality. Many questions were asked today about hospitality. Why are you in hospitality? We are in hospitality because we have the passion to serve people, be with people, entertain people, and retain people, while not forgetting that we should make money all the time. Because we are not in the hobby business, we are in the business of making money every single day. However, I would have loved to see more honors among the audience, because many things that were said today, and I truly know and blindly know that many of you believe in that, and maybe you're doing it every day. The obstacle is always the decision maker. How much money he or she is ready to put, when to put it, and how committed are they to that program. Actually, training is not needed. Training is a must. You cannot run a business in hospitality and not develop your people. You cannot do that because they'll be outdated, especially in the digital age where we're living at. Every day we have a new technology, new apps for reviewing in restaurants, new apps for ordering online. You name it, zillions of apps. How are you going to control that? By not developing people? So we are not here to discuss whether to train or not. We're behind that. We're beyond that, in fact. Training is mandatory. Now, the decision maker should take a decision if he or she wants their business to grow. They have to train and retrain and retrain so they can retain. Otherwise, the staff will desert you. They will leave. Okay? Now, having said that, I will share with you 6 ideas, not more, because I have so many. And I'm very blunt, I'm very direct, I'm not politically correct, and I'm not diplomatic. The state of the industry is in a total mess. In Lebanon, exactly. Except the restaurant where Mark, he took his friends and they had the most beautiful experience. Now, that experience was because Mark was there, because they are kind of involved in this whole thing, I don't know. But through my observations, focus groups, shadowing, what I do, sometimes I go sit on a bar. I'm a client. I share information, I discuss, and I talk with people on the bar. And they don't know that I'm a consultant. They don't know I'm a mystery shopper. They know nothing about me. And I get the naked truth, how Mark said. You hear it all, more negatives than positives. 20 years back, you could control the negative because companies were private. They were confidential. We put the lid on some information, we released some others. Today, welcome to the digital age. You cannot control nothing. Today, you are being reviewed by foodies, by guests, and by reviewers. How are you going to control that? They come incognito, they go into your restaurant or to your hotel, they live throughout the experience, and they rate you. Ethically speaking, if we're talking about Facebook rating, you can remove it. But if we're talking about restaurant apps for reviews, you cannot remove anything. And trust me, they could make you or break you. They would make your reputation, or they would simply close your business. So we have a lot of challenges to face in the hospitality industry. And Lebanon is in the center of it. Why? Because by nature we love hospitality. We are people who are generous. We are people who know how to receive people. But we're very bad in systems. We're the worst population in systems. Because if we know system, we would have a government. And we would have a state. So whatever the guys, my fellows were talking the whole day through, it's not a need. It's a way of life. You have to adopt it, embrace it, live it. Otherwise, you cannot run a business. Now, the first insight I'm going to share with you. I am from the baby boomers generations. All restaurant owners, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to distribute it to them. All right? All the restaurant owners in Lebanon are either my colleagues or alumni or people I graduated with. I worked with all of them. I know them all. Even Jean-Claude Wilson, who was here, he was with me at the university. We had 2 chalets neighboring in Faraya. We graduated together. Claude Homi, one of the pioneers, Crapoué, you name it, Strumpf, and so on and so on. Even the new ones are my students. Laila, 2 people out there are my students. So I know the industry inside out. Today we have a big problem. Owners are still living in the baby boomers age. They are still thinking they are selling the 45 and the 55 years old. We are done with that. There is a new tsunami coming. It started in the States. Maybe we are blind here, we did not see it yet. It's the millennials. The millennials are totally different segment than the baby boomers. They function differently. What attracts them is totally different than what attracts us. In our days, the stereotype that you hear in Lebanon, VIP, the valet, the very, very important person, the higher your check is, the better customer you are. We're done with that. Today, millennials are actually from the age of 16 to 32 now, up to 34. They are self-confident. They know what they want. They are people who were born with the web, with the internet. They are digital agers. At the same time, they take no bullshit as an answer. When they go to a restaurant, they know exactly what they want. They have a limited budget, not as much as the baby boomers. But they are very demanding, yes. Baby boomers are the people who were born between the year 1945 and 1964. And they were the biggest consumer segment in the States. Actually, all these classifications do not come from our world. Whatever I'm telling you today is from the National Restaurant Association in America, all right? So today the millennials, like I said, optimistic, self-confident, self-expressive, digitally connected. They do not go into a restaurant without reading reviews. They will not come to your restaurant. So if you're not digitally connected and you are not efficiently managing your digital footprints and your digital voice and your digital echoes, you will lose business. Facebook is the most popular platform for these people. You want to reach them, you have to go through Facebook. Facebook is not an option. Facebook is a must. Websites are over. Nobody cares about websites. Your website should be 1 page, maximum tops 2 page. Say who you are, what do you do, what do you have, contact. The real interaction is in Facebook. If you're a restaurant, it will be a big support if you use Instagram. Now, The people who operate in the GCC, Instagram is more powerful than Facebook. In Lebanon, Facebook is more powerful than Instagram. That's the first insight. Now, these millennials, they love technology. They love when they come into a restaurant to see a digital menu. They love to get a greeting the minute they connect to Wi-Fi. They like to know about your novelties and specials through your Facebook, and they go into calls in action. Immediately, they react. They don't want high-end fancy restaurants. They don't want extreme service. They want a quick, efficient service. They want to hang out. They want to socialize. At the same time, they want to be connected. And at the same time, they want value. They are into ecology. They are into green. They are into fast food, but not the junk fast food. So here, instead of saying fast food, let's go into QSR. They adopt quick service restaurants or casual restaurants. The trend today is either fast casual or QSR. This is where the growth is. It's not anymore in Table Fine or Michelin. You don't have these people, they don't care about that. A filet mignon does not exist. They are racially diverse. They are ethnically different. We have a lot of mixed marriages. Many Lebanese, consider Lebanon, many Lebanese have traveled during the war. They went out. They married from other races. They married from other nationalities. Today they come back with their kids. Their kids are not really Lebanese. They love Thai food. They love Indian food. They love American food, you call it. Having said that, you have to keep in your mind that millennials are your target because this is your future. Baby boomers, you'll die with them. I'm a baby boomer. I cannot eat, I have little of cholesterol, I have little of diabetes, I cannot eat that, I cannot eat that. You cannot sell me anything, in fact. So I'm on diet all the time, whereby the generation behind us, who are our babies, our children, they are open. They love new flavors. Today you see in Lebanon, who are successful restaurants in Lebanon? They are small size, very efficient in operation, and they are quick. Big restaurants do not operate anymore. All right? Now, I move to 3 game changers. What changed in the industry? Definitely millennials, they are here, and they have purchasing power. Second, digital marketing. Digital marketing does not equal online presence. 90% of hospitality people in Lebanon, they think by having a website and a Facebook page, they are digitally connected. Well, my friends, you are not. I'm going to ask you a question. Can somebody define for me marketing? Who can answer my question? What's marketing in 3 words? Don't be shy to answer. Nobody knows? Creating
the best perceived value to the customer and the best profit to the company.
Promoting and sending services to the clients or people.
Is hospitality a service or a product?
Service, it's both actually.
How? Show the service that I sell product. All right? Any definition of marketing? Can I correct something? Only God creates needs. We create wants. All right? خلينا ننتبه دائما نقول I'm gonna create the need. You cannot create the need for somebody to feel hungry. You create a want for somebody to eat either a burger or a pizza or I don't know, whatever it is منقوشي. Okay? Marketing is simply exceeding customer expectations while making a profit. This is the new definition by Philip Kotler, the father and the godfather of marketing. And people who are not really familiar with marketing, go read his Bible. It's an 800-page book. You will know it all. Here, I'm not inventing anything. I just observe consumers and I read a lot. I'm not Einstein. Digital marketing has a challenge. A person comes into your restaurant. You want to connect with them into Facebook. You need to profile that customer. How do you do that? In hotels, it's very easy. Because when you come to a hotel, you need to fill an application, credit card, I'm from here, copy of passport. They have your name, they can follow you through Facebook, or if you connect to Wi-Fi, automatically your Facebook profile will be found and retrieved. A restaurant, how do we do that? A normal comment card or a digital? And what's the incidence rate? How many people participate in that? In Lebanon now, I'm talking. 1/5, 20%? 60%? All right. First challenge in hospitality, you need to profile your customer so you know their interests, their wants, and their preferences. Once you know that, you start to communicate. If you don't know that, don't communicate, please. Because you'll be communicating to different target markets, to different segments with a product that does not fit all target markets. Okay? This is what we call consumer intelligence. In fact, you can profile a customer if you create a relation with the customer. A customer who first time comes into a hostile territory, a first timer, the territory is hostile for him. If your frontliners are very good at building a relation fast, they can collect that information. You don't need to collect a lot. First, collect the right name and try to get an email or a Facebook account. Once you've done that, you have the Facebook account, you can interact with that customer infinitely. But the challenge is to get these 3 indicators so you can connect with them. That's first challenge. Second challenge, we talked about it, it's the digital presence. People need to interact with you. Today, Facebook puts for you, you've got 100% rate. If you want to turn the badge, please respond in less than 15 minutes. Some people in the industry say, we will respond within 24 hours. Well, if a customer is dissatisfied, 24 hours is a lifetime. You're done. Usually, you should fix the problem right on the spot. And you should empower your people to fix the problem. A cashier or a waiter or a waitress should have the power to solve the problem. Not talking to the supervisor, then the supervisor calling the branch manager calling the director of operation calling the CEO just to write off a bill of $10. I'll tell you a story about American Express in the States and Canada. I lived in Canada for 15 years. That's why I'm able to benchmark what the service is in North America and what the service is in Lebanon. American Express found out that the cost of inquiry to investigate whether a customer is claiming fraud, whether the claim is a fraud or not, the average cost of that investigation is $500. You know what they did? They told all their agents, any claim you receive, whose amount is $500, write it off without any discussion. Just log in the case, log in the reference, what happened exactly, with a little comment, and write it off. Okay? That's the second challenge. The third challenge, and it's part of what's been hearing today, it is creating the human experience. How many of you, on your Facebook page, in your venue, you notify people where to park their car when they are coming to you? Can you raise your hand, please? One person. You know that in Lebanon, sometimes the cost of parking is bigger and higher than the cost of the sandwich. So I come in to buy a falafel for $3,000, I pay $5,000 or $7,000 for valet parking. Or I may get a ticket from the police for $50,000. So if I have that venue, I would not consider it. I would not go, because I'm not ready to pay double the price of my sandwich for valet, neither to get a ticket. So do really restaurant owners think about the human experience? Actually, it starts with you waking up in the morning. If somebody, let's say if today is rainy and we have a storm, and you work in a restaurant, expect that day that people are in a bad mood. So you, as a frontliner, you have to be ready to absorb the negative energy coming to you. We know it before they come. They have mud, somebody splashed water on their suit, they were in traffic, you name it in Lebanon, you know the story. Just the traffic is enough. So that customer is coming already to your place, hungry, nervous, worried, anxious. So what do? We have to be more tolerant. We have to be more receptive. And this is where training is needed. Training is needed that even all the laws of Murphy goes against you and everything goes wrong. The minute you step into the venue, your personal life stays outside the venue because your life is not public. Your restaurant is. Okay? Any questions so far؟ عم بتناموا شيء؟ ما في نوم. طيب لازم نتذكر كم شغله. هلا the human experience starts مثل ما قلنا في many touch points throughout that experience. Sometimes even if you're good at 9 steps out of 10 in that experience and you fail in one, you're done with that customer. Actually, he's done with you. I'm not talking about done of our friend Mark. I'm talking about the transaction. Sometimes you get negative reviews on Facebook. I know some venues remove that review, they cancel it, they delete it. Actually, you have to face the bull by its horn. And you know that sometimes there are claims that are really fake. It could be a competitor who pushed somebody else to write a negative comment about you. How do you deal with it? Can you give me an answer, please? يعطيني answer. How do you deal with a fake negative claim on your service or your food or your delivery? I will give you now an example of a totally fake claim and how I dealt with it. Because I know that I have a timer on my delivery. The person ordered the food, I logged in the hour, we dispatched, and they log in the time of arrival. The delivery, the minute he arrives at the door of the customer, he logs in the time. This is how we monitor the time. The food, there was nothing wrong with the food. And the first thing what he did, he said delivery was late. He did not mention the food. If it was the food, I couldn't have known. But the delivery, we're timing it. But you know what? I went with that person till the end. We accepted our mistake. The next day we sent him a free meal. After 2 days we sent a free meal to his family. And you know what he did on Facebook? He removed his review from 1 to 5. This was a false claim. But for a review, for one negative review, you need the 20 positive reviews to neutralize that, or your rating will go down. Now I'm going to go back to my fellows at Dunn. Today they spoke about training, about systems. Many restaurants, they make the biggest mistake by adopting many systems under one restaurant. It has to be one system. You cannot have the POS from one place, the accounting from another place, and then the online delivery from another place, and then you need to interface with all of that. We always recommend one system, because one system is always efficient. Second, systems help you to lower the cost of your operation. Today, the best thing to optimize on your labor cost are systems. And green savings, I don't know how many of you are involved in that. Green savings are the best tool to save on your operation today. This is a challenge because the first thing that the owner will tell you in any restaurant, I want to lower the cost, I want to increase the revenue. That's the typical formula. Increase the revenue is the job of marketing. Lowering the cost is not by buying cheaper ingredients. It's not by lowering the quality of the products. You sell more and you make your operation more efficient. So your profit margins are higher, so you can sustain your business. This is how it works. Now, marketing, after training is done, after systems are established, after all processes and standards of operation have been written and drafted, that's when marketing starts. We don't start marketing. Some people start marketing while they are on the job. You cannot do that. If you're not ready with skilled and trained people, don't open up your restaurant. Because the marketing machine, when it's on, what it does, it calls people in. It invites them to come and try. If you're not ready, you're gonna miss 9 out of the 10 walk-ins that you will have. That's why you always recommend, that's why people go for soft opening. Soft opening, not like they do it in Lebanon for 3 days and then here we go, yes, officially open. Soft openings might go up to 2 months and you have to absorb the cost. This is one of the challenges. Another challenge, like we said, digital marketing. Another challenge is online presence. And finally, the demanding consumer. ونحن دايما بنقولها بالجارجون تبعنا. They want everything perfect for 10,000 Lebanese pounds. Yes, you are in that business. If you decided it's your business that you decided to sell sandwiches at 10,000, so you better serve them well. Otherwise, if you want a big average check, yes, go to fine dining restaurant. It will be so much easy? No, it will be even worse because their expectations are even higher and higher and higher. Now, what do we do in marketing? What's the best tool in marketing for the restaurant and hotel business? Who can tell me? Excellent. It has been, it is, and it will be always that word of mouth is the best tool in marketing. And today that word of mouth became digital. It became a rating, a review, a comment. So for good operations, word of mouth is very powerful and it will triple your business. For bad, inefficient businesses, word of mouth means you will close your door very soon. So we have to watch out. The digital world is with you if you perform well. It's your doomsday if you perform bad. Now, many clients of mine come to me, they have a bad restaurant, or let's not say bad restaurant, let's say inefficient restaurant or losing restaurant. They tell me, can you help me in marketing? Marketing do not awaken the dead. It's not our job to take a bad product and make it a better product because simply it's not. We're talking about food. People know what they eat, how they eat it. You cannot fool them. Marketing helps you when you're good. First, you need to have the concept. Second, you need to have the food. It has to be quality. It has to be delicious. Although taste is always subjective, but you have to decide who's your target market. Don't bring me in to eat a juicy burger. It's very tasty, but I cannot eat it. I'll go for a lean meat, whereby millennials will eat your burger. Okay, so first the concept. What kind of concepts do millennials want? Take it. I'm giving you free advice, free consulting now. Your venue has to be hip. What does it mean hip? Not over-decorated like they do in Lebanon. They open a restaurant for $1 million, and then they cry, oh my God, I cannot get my return on investment in 6 months. They want return on investment in 6 months on $1 million investment. It does not work that way. Make a small restaurant according to your budget. Be generous with your operation. Don't spend the whole $1 million on walls and decoration, and then you cannot pay the salaries of your employees. And then you tell me, I cannot do training because I don't have the budget. That's what they would tell Mark. Well, lower the decoration because you can do the same decoration at a cheaper price. And we know that the average life of any decoration, any restaurant will not exceed 3 years. So anyway, you're gonna change it. So with your budget right now, do it this way. Uplift, upgrade 3 years from now. So it has to be hip, it has to be casual. I will not name the institutions who know what they are doing now. But I think if you go a bit through the market and you see who are the most popular, you will see exactly what I'm saying. It is hip, it is casual. And customer service, my dear friends, sorry for my word, customer service in Lebanon sucks. On 10 deliveries, 8 fail in Lebanon. Either they got your name wrong, or they have the wrong floor, or it takes 2 hours to turn around. Yes, it's the government problem because we don't have signage and we don't have, but that's, خلاص, هاي story ما نعطيها حجج بقى. Because today, many institutions are in Lebanon and they are operating deliveries and they know how to deal with the thing. All right? So we have to know that, sorry, I have now a blackout somewhere. Hip, casual, customer service. People, they want to be delighted. They don't want to be served. I think what Mark is saying, we serve, and nobody can stop me, this is an understatement. We delight. People want more. Competition is fierce. Choices are there. They can buy it from everywhere. Your product is not really unique. There are a little bit better, similar, or little less good. Losers close their doors. Today, it's the survival of the fittest. If he's still your competition, he or she is doing something good. So customer service, we call it a ground level work. They take it for granted. They expect that you would serve them. They are not coming there to be self-servicing themselves. They will be served. The human experience is taking the consumer from the parking through the whole experience in the restaurant, throughout leaving, and after through the follow-up call that you would call that customer and rate that experience. This is what we call the restaurant experience. If you are not able to sell the experience, get out of hospitality business. This is the challenge today. Big change in the States are reshuffling their philosophies, their visions, because simply it's not working anymore. McDonald's, is there better? Do we know better operations than McDonald's? McDonald's made a full shift from fast food, and maybe he'll be a open salad bar place very soon. Why? Because the new segment of consumers is enforcing on us. This is the way of doing business. I'm not gonna make my presentation very long. You can have it, Mark has it, it's for free. There are a lot of statistics in there about the use of smartphones, about the use of tablets, call into actions, about how the digital world is affecting our everyday life. What are the preferences of millennials? Millennials are very complicated, and there is a generation coming after the millennials, which will call Generation Z. They are still kids. Generation Z or Z will not be as optimistic as the millennials. They will be actually more demanding. Whoever has kids now, who are between the 6 and the 12, you see the way they reason. They will be the toughest customers on not only restaurants, in everything. They want to know the origin, the who, the what, the how, the why. And the why, they'll ask it 5 times. So we're coming to a more challenging era. However, I don't want to be that pessimistic. I salute Lebanese people for being, with all this, crap, we're still the premier food destination in the world. We've been voted many times as being the first. We are creative. We create concepts. We export concepts. But between the brackets, we're still very bad in franchising. Franchising, you need to be very strong in operations. You need to have all your manuals ready. You need to have a startup and opening teams on standby, not on payroll working in the restaurant. That standby will hover around from one outlet to the other. I salute you all. I love you all. Thank you.